Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of GearTactics.com. And look at that, it's another Kangaroo Mini PC. I'm your host Justin Lee from GearTactics.com, and all of you sent in tons of questions which I will answer and demo some stuff. This is the Kangaroo Plus Mini PC by InFocus. It is 169. Nice little plus there. It has no operating system, so you gotta install Windows or Ubuntu also works. See, no operating system. The same CPU, integrated graphics. This time it's got 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. It's a eMMC SSD in there. So you got all the other same features here. See, there you go. And it's still got the 802.11 AC. And of course Bluetooth 4. It's pretty much the identical thing as the original Kangaroo, it just has more RAM, and it has double the storage. I'm gonna try and get this sticker off here. Guess I should have pre-cut this. Okay, and oh, there's one on the other side, isn't there? Oh, Murphy. Yeah, reminder, bring X-Acto knife next time. So now, for those of you wondering, what am I going to do if it has no operating system? Well, Ubuntu is free. You can get Windows 10 from the Microsoft Online Store, or in-store. It comes on a USB drive. Costs like $90. So you got to factor that into the cost of this $169 Kangaroo PC. Or you can always take a look at the original model, which has only 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. Alright, focus. Hey, in fact this manual looks pretty much identical to the original Kangaroo PC. Yeah, it is. Yeah, see, it has a docking system, so you can change different docks. We'll be talking about that after, because they're actually planning on releasing a dock, if it's not already out by the time you watch this. Nope, it's exactly the same. It's got the action switch on the side and everything, HDMI. Alright, let's get to the nitty gritty here. There it is! Nice aluminum case. Same dock. Yeah, cute little Kangaroo logo. Alright, see the dock comes off, so you can add extra docks, such as extra storage, USB. This is proprietary here, this dock. Alright, still the same, HDMI, one USB 3, one USB 2, and of course, the power. Vent on the side here. This is to cool it off, but it actually does overheat a little bit. You need a fan underneath it sometimes. Action switch to make a Wi-Fi hotspot so you can remote to it. That's actually kind of cool. So you can control it from, using VNC or other things. This is a fingerprint reader, power switch. A little small vent there. This is how you can charge it via USB. You can't actually power it via USB. Come on, focus. And underneath that is a micro SD card slot. Right there. Oh, this silly thing's just not focusing today. And of course we got another vent on the right there. Alright, pretty much identical. Okay, I just remembered that I forgot to show you guys what was inside the box here. So, of course, it's the power cord and the AC adapter. Let's get this off here. See, same power cord as the original Kangaroo. And there's the laptop cord. Let's get this out of here. Oh, just focusing in on there so you guys can take a look. Alright, so, since there's no operating system, I'm gonna have to load Windows 10 on here. So, I'll be back. So, here's how fast it boots up. It does seem to boot the same speed as the original Kangaroo. The one with 2 gigs of RAM. So, as you can see, I'm in already. Yeah, that's pretty fast. I actually installed Windows 10 64-bit Pro on this. And as you can see, I have some emulators already loaded up because some of you asked some questions. But the first thing I'm going to do for the review is just do a little basic surfing, which should be absolutely fine on this, just like the original Kangaroo. Let's head over to GearTactics.com, obviously. And as you can see, it's alright. The ads are still loading, but for a basic Microsoft Office surfing YouTube computer, this is absolutely fine. I would recommend using the Netflix app, not the website. That stutters a little bit. Watching H.264 videos that are not 4K are fine. I'm just going to load up a YouTube video here. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Gear Tactics.com. I'm your host, Justin Lee, and we are taking watching a YouTube video in a YouTube video, isn't it? iPhone SE, yes. Odd glitching going on there is actually the video encoder. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's my capture card. It did not appear when I was looking at it on the TV. So that weird glitching is from my capture card. Alright, that was not from the Kangaroo. So, a bunch of you asked some questions in the previous video. Before I get to that, I just want to show you the specifications here. You're all dying to see those emulators, aren't you? So here you go, SAM Atom processors, 4 gigs of RAM, 64-bit. Yep. So if you need more RAM, this might be the one for you. Yep, there's the free storage space. You get, well, I did load up some stuff in there first, but there's 57.6-ish in there. Plus you have the OS of Windows 10 that I threw on here. Alright, so some of you guys asked me if it can run a PlayStation 2 emulator. So that's what we got installed here. Got PCSX2. It's a fairly popular emulator. So let's see if this works. I don't think it will. I think the graphics card can't keep up with it. Even though the CPU is close to it, I actually don't think this is gonna run. So right now at the top there, you can see it's running at CPU is running at 100%. Frames per second are all over the place. But I am not in the game yet, so just because it's running 60 frames a second now doesn't mean it's actually busy doing anything, because it's just showing a video. It's not actually running the game yet. Alright, so we got some Soul Calibur here. This is a fairly intensive game. There's actually a intro that's really long here for the Adobe THX. I'm gonna skip over here in a second. Got it running at 640 times 448. I've got to push this here so that you can see the frames per second running.
Soul Calibur 3.
Okay, the frames are dropping, folks.
To the new stage.
It's dropping at 30. It's barely doing anything. 20. Yeah. And the sound is stuttering.
You can beat me.
Not looking so good, folks. For the PlayStation 2 emulator. Let's skip ahead here. Frames are dropping below 20. That's not good.
Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury.
Hurry up
Oh, I just noticed the speed in the corner is actually not the CPU speed, it's actually the speed of the game. Yeah, it's running at 25% at 15 frames a second. This will be unplayable. Yep, it's running in slow motion, folks, at 19% at 11 frames a second. Yeah, it's a little too intensive for this little Kangaroo PC. Even with this Kangaroo Plus, which has 4 gigs of RAM, yeah, it just can't. This graphics card just can't keep up. But as you saw before in my previous video, Mame and some light 3D gaming did run perfectly fine, along with some Nintendo 64. So yeah, let's get out of this. Yeah, this is asking too much of this cute little Kangaroo PC box. So, some of you asked for some Wii emulation. This is the Dolphin Emulator. I am going to tell you straight off, it's not going to work because this requires an i3 minimum with a recommended i5 CPU. This is a Cherry Trail CPU. This is probably not going to work. Yeah, as you can see, the frames per second are at 60, but I'm not in the game yet. The frames are already dropping to 30. So this is Super Mario Galaxy 2, a very popular game. The sound's not stuttering. Let's start this up, and oh, I appear to be having a problem aiming my Wii remote at the TV here. There we go. I've got some sunlight coming through the window, just messing around with the IR. She sure loves asking Mario to have some cake. Oh, I wish someone would ask me to have some cake. Okay, it appears to be running in slow motion, folks. Yeah, it's running at 24 frames. Look at this. Oh my. Mario appears to be running in slow-mo. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. Unless you want to play Wii in 17 frames a second, this is not gonna cut it, folks. Well, I guess if you want to play it easier. Yeah, the graphics card just can't keep up, guys. Yeah. Oof, I can't even get up there. Yeah, I think you guys should stick with the Mame and the Nintendo 64 emulation, guys. Alright, so let's just get out of this. Oh, gotta recharge the battery here. So let's try something that will actually run. So these aren't questions that people ask. This is my own testing here for the Kangaroo Mini PC for this review. Gonna test out some PlayStation 1. This is EPSX version 202. Gonna load up one of my favorite games here, Fighting Force. They don't really make good beat 'em ups anymore, do they? I also tried Reloaded, that worked fine, and so did Crash Bandicoot up there. I'm not gonna play that many games. Gonna try this one. Well, this was made in 1999, wasn't it? I'm just gonna skip ahead here. It's a jump cut. I can't believe they made that entire cutscene just reload another one, huh? Well, at least it's working. Oh yeah, absolutely playable. No problems. I haven't played this in a while. I should boot this up and play this later after this review is done. Take that, buddy. Alright. Pick this up. Alright. Just remember where the run button is. Whoopsie. Found the run button. Yeah, it's not dropping a single frame. It's doing perfectly fine. I would say PlayStation 1 emulation on the Kangaroo Mini PC is fine. This is the 4 gig version, of course, as I said, and the 2 gig version was ran okay. Yeah, run not too many problems. But the extra RAM obviously does help, folks. Okay, so I'm going to try a very buggy and in very alpha Dreamcast emulator called Recast. This is very, very alpha, folks. Alright? Yeah, in fact, you can't even get it off their website. You have to download, like, off their special FTP site just to get this version. So let's see how this does. This is the first time I'm launching this. Okay. Looks like it's doing okay. Alright, looks like the emulator for the memory card isn't working yet. That's okay. Alright, so... Oh, there we go. Guess I hiccuped up there for a second. After all, this is an alpha emulator for Dreamcast.
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy
Sound is
Taxi.
okay there. Oof, sound ain't so great. That could be the emulator.
It's party time, let's have some fun. All right, let's go make some crazy
Okay, it's hiccuping
money.
a bit, but I want to see how fluid the game is. It could just be the
Go ahead.
sound emulation would just be very poor in this unfinished emulator.
Yeah, we gonna have some fun.
Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
Okay, the sound is shot, but game itself seems to be running okay.
Come on, get it.
Yeah, it's just the sound. Everything seems to be flying by okay. Right, the frames per second are not bad. It's just the sound. Look at that, I didn't even hiccup when I went off that ramp. Yeah, this could be very good when this emulator is finished for on the Kangaroo Mini PC to do some Dreamcast gaming. Alright, okay, I'll give it a pass. It's just the sound. Alright, so somebody asked about Metal Slug. So for Mame, if it ran okay, so there's Metal Slug 3. For Mame, it's a more intensive game. I guess the person that asked really likes this game, so hey, I'm here to please, folks. Alright, so I'm just going to load this up. Alright, load it up pretty fast. Let's put some coins in. So far, so good. Alright, let's go, Marco.
Mission
So far, so good. No audio glitches. Graphics seem alright. Oh yeah, no problems. Yeah, you know what? Most main games, unless they're like 3D fighting games, like when I tried Tekken, yeah, the Tekken didn't work on this. But these kind of games, no problem for the Kangaroo Mini PC. Definitely a cool old school emulator if you want to carry one around in your pocket. After all, it does have a battery, so. And you can actually hook up an iPad to it with a cable and use that as a monitor and a touchscreen. There is a app you can buy for $5 US on the iTunes store to hook up your iPhone. Yeah, so that's $5. That's not free. You can use that as your monitor and touchscreen, so you can carry that around, do some work in the train and the bus. Alright, that worked fine. So, a game that everybody plays is League of Legends. I just want to show you the options that I put to make this work. See, in the display here, as you can see, everything seems a little fatter now, because I changed the resolution to 1280 times 720. And I maintained the display scaling so it fits the whole monitor or TV. Alright, so that's what I set it to, because at full HD 1080p at 1920 times 1080, it didn't, it kind of hicked up a bit, League of Legends. So, this is a very popular game. I actually have never played this, so don't laugh at me as I stumble along in this game. As you can see, I'm showing you all the loading stuff on purpose, even though it makes the review much longer, just to show you how fast this machine is actually for loading things, so you know what to expect when you purchase it. Alright, I'm just gonna log in and I will be right back. So I'm gonna try out the tutorial here because I've never played this. I really should get into this because it's a very popular free-to-play game on the internet, and I love top-down view real-time strategy games. So you can see it's loading here. Let's hope it doesn't take too long. Okay, loaded. Alright, so I'll show you the video settings I had set it to. 1280 times 768. Borderless, of course. Not border, so it's gonna upscreen it. It was set to window to full screen before, that didn't work. It was like only filling up a chunk of the screen. Alright, let's go.
Welcome to the League of Legends tutorial. The object of League of Legends is to pierce the enemy's defenses and destroy the nexus located in the heart of their base. In League of Legends, you control a champion, a powerful, heroic individual. Each champion has unique and powerful abilities that set them apart from other champions. No two champions are alike. For this battle, you will control Ash, the Frost Archer. You can move your champion
Move your move,
by
huh?
right-clicking the
Alright.
destination.
Basically the frames in the top right, frames per second on the top right there, 50. Ping is just a close hand to the server. I'm using the Wi-Fi module built into the Kangaroo.
The fog of war represents
Yeah, the router's only 10 feet away though.
into which neither you nor your allies can
Alright,
see.
that's my guy over here. Frames per second are still holding. Again, when I tried 1920 times 1080, the frames per second were hovering around 20 to 30, so it's 1280 times 768 is perfectly fine for this.
Under normal battle conditions, minions
Alright,
face
die,
a
little evil wizards!
Attack the training minions by right
Nope, still holding, see it's above 30. Which is perfectly fine.
Leveled up. Each time your champion destroys an enemy unit or structure, you will gain experience. This is tracked in your experience bar. Additional levels allow your champion to improve their abilities. Spend your first ability point on
It's
volume.
level on 30. It
by
did
clicking
drop
on
to
the level up indicator.
28 there for a few seconds, but
Done.
nothing really deadly here. You could always lower the resolution a smidge more, but so far seems to be holding. I'm not sure about if I went into an epic battle, how bad it would be.
Training minions. This time, use Ash's new ability.
Okay.
Volley, to strike all the enemy minions
Okay.
at once.
That was cool.
Select the volley ability by left-clicking on its icon. Next,
What's this?
confirm your arc of fire by
Oh, crap.
left-clicking on your fire.
Ah! As I said, I am not. First time I ever played this game. Go easy on me. Oh, crap. Okay. I'm gonna run out of here. You see the frames are still holding, even with all of the action going on here. Okay, phew. Okay, that was not good. Alright. So I was gonna exit this. Right, I would say League of Legends is a success on this Kangaroo Mini PC. This is the 4 gig version. I tried it on the 2 gigabyte version. It was a smidge slower, so you may have to lower the res if you have the original Kangaroo Mini PC. So overall, I like the new Kangaroo Plus. You just have to remember you have to factor in the operating system cost. This is not included with the Kangaroo Plus. The original Kangaroo had only 2 gigs of RAM. This has 4. It also included a free copy of Windows 10. You could always install Ubuntu on the Kangaroo Plus. That's free. InFocus will also be releasing a new version with a SATA connector. I will link to that in the description below when it's released. So, for now, if you're interested in this, it costs $169 for the Kangaroo Plus. Hope you enjoyed this review. Be sure to comment below and ask more questions. I will answer them in the next video. Follow us at Facebook on Gear Tactics. And of course, we have Twitter. That's at Gear Tactics. And of course, we have a website. That's geartactics.com. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're notified when new reviews are posted. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Catch you guys in the next review.